Oh, it's a big complex issue, you know. I have to have a lecture of that, but we have to do something. We have to bring back trust. We have to take actions also against some people who are bent on creating this division because of, you know, their own political agenda. You know, we must overcome this. I thought that, yes, I agree that, you know, change takes time, but I was looking for some signs of change. I was looking for some positive development to give me sort of assurance and confidence that, but obviously not. You know, I think if I stayed longer, then you would have asked me, Dato, why are you staying so long and yet you do nothing about this and that? You know, so I think 6 months is good. You know what I told the PM yesterday? I said, sir, you handle your December or whatever transition or whatever issues, you know, and then if after all that is settled, and then if you feel that, you know, you still want me to be of service to the country, yes, I'm not ruling out anything, you know. But of course, I must also be satisfied then, so that I do not have the same problem, that there are enough people in the cabinet that will support that sort of thing, that those changes happen not just for me, that there's enough people in the Supreme Council that supports it, there's enough people in Barisan that supports it. So it's just not me. I just hope that anyone who forms the government, whether it is Prime Minister, Bala Badawi, Datuk Sri Najib, if he is the Prime Minister, or Tunku Razali if he's Prime Minister, or Tan Sri Mahyudin if he's Prime Minister, Anwar Ibrahim if Prime Minister, I don't care who. I just want all those things, my wish list. I want the transformation in all these places. I hope, you know. So to me, that is of course my hope. And but as I said, you know, we have to see what happens before. The one single thing I think is to trust the people of this country, all races. If you feel, if you can't bring yourself to that level of trust and acceptance of certain principles, you would always worry whether a particular policy will benefit this group or not this group. You will worry whether it will upset certain benefits or privileges that you have. So long as you think along sectoral or limited, you know, the true pejuang bangsa like Azalina, you know, the true pejuang, if you have that sort of thinking, too much of that, it's difficult to have a policy that reaches out to everybody, that applies to all, because you feel that you are giving away advantages. So that psychological barrier has to be overcome. We have to trust that we are one people. We want to build one country. We want to have one system. We want to have laws that apply to all. We want to be open. But to do that, you must ask yourself, will this benefit my people, my group? If you can't answer that with confidence, then it's difficult to do reform. Oh, that's a difficult question. I've answered that. I said before, I said that you can have race parties. You can have race-based parties. It's difficult to tell the Dayak, don't have Dayak party. In as much as it's difficult to tell the Malays or UMNO members that. But you don't have to be, you can be pejuang bangsa or your group or your kadazan or whatever, but you can still think of the country. You can still think of common principles. What is it that binds us? What is it that brings us together? We can do many positive things. We don't have to be very narrow-minded, ethnocentric, racial bigots. We don't have to be that to have our people. We can have our people. So you can have 20 parties in the country. I think the reality is probably unique now. But you don't have to cultivate feelings of hatred, feelings of communal distrust, and you have to do the opposite. You have to say that these changes and these reforms are for the country, and that we all will benefit. Our rights are all protected. We must not leave anyone behind. Whatever privileges we have, we will guarantee that privileges. We can go back to the original structure that we had many years ago. I think that's the greatest stumbling block for reform. You must overcome that. Then only you can have common laws, common principles, common this. If you say, as an example, that if you want to give, if you accept that we should not discriminate, we should help each other, everybody, to their entitlement, to the equal opportunities, then we must have policies that fits that. But if we don't believe in that principle in the first place, you will not then implement those policies. That's what I mean. So that probably is a long-winded answer to a simple question.